Gaining 5 kilograms in 1 month. A comprehensive 4-week bulk-up guide. Gaining about 5 kilograms, almost equals 11 pounds, in just 1 month is an aggressive bulking goal. It will require a disciplined combination of intensive strength training, a caloric surplus with high-quality nutrition, proper supplementation, and diligent recovery. Below is a step-by-step guide structured into key areas to help you achieve this goal in a safe and effective manner. Keep in mind that individual results can vary, genetics, metabolism, etc., and not all of the 5 kilograms will be pure muscle. Some will likely be water and fat. The plan prioritizes muscle gain while minimizing fat gain as much as possible within this short timeline. Workout routine, 4-week strength training plan. Overview. Emphasize resistance training to stimulate muscle hypertrophy. Plan to work out 4 days per week, targeting each major muscle group twice weekly. Focus on compound movements for maximal muscle recruitment, use moderate to heavy weights, and progressively increase the challenge each week. Allow for rest days to avoid overtraining. Key training principles. Frequency. Train each muscle group at least 2 times per week for optimal growth. For example, an upper/lower split repeated twice, 4 days per week, or push/pull/leg split can ensure high training frequency. This helps maximize muscle protein synthesis while still allowing recovery time for each muscle. Compound lifts. Base your workouts around compound exercises, multi-joint movements, e.g. squats, deadlifts, bench presses, overhead presses, pull-ups, and rows. These exercises recruit multiple muscle groups and induce a strong anabolic, muscle-building response. They also allow you to lift heavier weights, contributing to strength and mass gains. Isolation exercises. Add a few isolation movements for smaller muscle groups, biceps, triceps, shoulders, etc., to ensure balanced development and extra volume. For instance, include bicep curls, tricep extensions, lateral raises, leg curls, calf raises, etc., after your main compound lifts. These help target specific muscles that might get less direct work from compounds. Sets, reps, and rest. Aim for about 3 to 4 sets per exercise in roughly the 6 to 12 rep range for compounds. 8 to 12 is a typical hypertrophy range, but 6 to 8 can be used for heavier compound work. Use a weight that challenges you within that rep range while maintaining good form. For isolation lifts, you can do 10-15 reps for a burn. Rest 1 to 3 minutes between sets, about 2 to 3 minutes after heavy compound sets, to recover strength, and 60-90 seconds for smaller isolation sets. This rep/set scheme is proven to promote muscle hypertrophy. Progressive overload. Each week, strive to increase the difficulty of your workouts slightly. This can be done by adding a small amount of weight, adding a couple of reps, or adding an extra set for a given muscle group. This progressive overload is critical for continual muscle gains. For example, if in week 1 you bench press 60 kilograms for 3x8, try 62.5 kilograms for 3x8 in week 2, or aim for 3x10 at 60 kilograms, and so on. Logging your workouts in a journal or app will help track these increases. The goal is to be lifting heavier weight or more reps by week 4 than you started with, a sign that your strength and muscle are improving. Sample weekly schedule. To illustrate, here's a possible 4-day split hitting each muscle group twice. Day 1, Monday. Upper body A, chest, shoulders, and triceps focus with some back. Bench press. 4 sets times 8 reps. Chest, shoulders, triceps. Bent over barbell row, 4x8, back, biceps. Incline dumbbell press, 3x10, upper chest, shoulders. Lat pull downs or pull UPS, 3x10, back, biceps. Lateral raises, 3x12, side delts. Triceps dips or cable pushdowns, 3x12, triceps. Rest 2 minutes on big lifts, 1 minute on smaller moves. Day 2, Tuesday. Lower body A, quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves. Back squats, 4x8, quads, glutes. Romanian deadlifts, 4x8, hamstrings, glutes. Leg press or lunges, 3x10, quads, glutes. Leg curls, 3x12, hamstrings. Standing calf raises, 4 times 12 to 15, calves. Wheel rollouts or plank, 3 sets, core. Day 3, Wednesday. Rest/active recovery, rest day. No heavy lifting. You can do light cardio, e.g. 20 minutes brisk walk or cycling, or stretching/yoga. This helps recovery while keeping you active. Day 4, Thursday. Upper body B, back and biceps focus, plus chest/shoulders. Overhead shoulder press, 4x8, shoulders, triceps. Pull UPS or chin UPS, 4x8, back, biceps. Dumbbell rows, single arm, 3x10, back, biceps. Dumbbell flies or chest dips, 3x10 chest. Barbell bicep curls, 3 times 10 to 12, biceps. Face pulls or reverse flies, 3x12, rear delts, upper back. Day 5, Friday. Lower body B, emphasis on posterior chain and power. Deadlifts, 4x6, whole posterior chain. Leg press, if available, 3x10 quads. Bulgarian split squats, 3x10 each leg, quads, glutes. Leg extensions, 3x12 quads. Seated calf raises, 3x15 calves. Hanging leg raises, 3x12 abs. Day 6, Saturday. Rest/active recovery. Rest day or optional very light cardio, stretching. Day 7, Sunday. Rest, full rest. Recovery is crucial. This is when your muscle fibers repair and grow stronger. Note, the above is one example split. Other routines, like full-body workouts 3x/week for beginners, or a 5-day push/pull/legs/upper/lower rotation, can also work. The key is hitting all muscle groups with sufficient volume and progressively increasing challenge. Listen to your body. If you feel excessively sore or fatigued, consider adding an extra rest day or reducing volume slightly to avoid overtraining. Intensity and form. Train with intensity. The last few reps of each set should be challenging, near muscle failure, i.e., you couldn't do many more reps with good form. However, avoid lifting too heavy without proper form, as injury would derail your progress. Especially as weights increase in weeks 3 to 4, focus on good form on all exercises before piling on more weight. If you're new to any lifts, start lighter to learn the movement correctly or ask a trainer for guidance. Progression over 4 weeks. In this short program, strength can increase rapidly, especially if you're somewhat new to consistent heavy lifting. Each week, aim to incrementally raise the weight or reps. For example, Week 1, establish your baseline. Choose weights that allow you to complete the prescribed sets/reps with effort. It's okay if the last set is tough to finish. That means intensity is sufficient. Week 2, increase weight by 2.5 kg or 10% on major lifts if week 1 was manageable. For bodyweight moves, pull-ups, dips, try to add 1 to 2 reps per set or add a weighted belt if you can do greater than 12 reps easily. Week 3, continue progression. Some lifts might increase again by a small increment. You could also add an extra set for a couple of exercises to increase volume if recovery is good. By now, you should notice strength gains and perhaps some weight gain from muscle plus water. Week 4, push hard in this final week. This might mean hitting a new personal best weight on a big lift or achieving the upper end of the rep range on exercises you started lower. Ensure you maintain form even as you challenge yourself. Throughout, keep a workout log to track what weight/reps you do each session. This log motivates you to beat your previous numbers and provides tangible proof of strength progress. Limit cardio. Since your primary goal is mass gain, avoid excessive cardio that could burn too many calories and interfere with recovery. It's fine, even beneficial for conditioning and appetite, to include a small amount of cardio. For example, 15 to 20 minutes of low-intensity jogging or cycling 1 to 2 times a week. This can keep your cardiovascular system healthy without sabotaging muscle gains. However, do not do high-intensity interval training or long endurance sessions during this bulking phase, as they will make it harder to maintain the calorie surplus and could impede muscle recovery. In short, spend most of your exercise time lifting weights, not on the treadmill. By following a structured routine like the above and steadily increasing your training stimulus, you create the ideal conditions for muscle growth. Remember that quality of exercise, good form, mind-muscle connection, matters as much as quantity. Challenge yourself, but also avoid injury. An injured lifter can't train, which definitely won't help you reach 5 kilograms gain. Now that we've covered training, let's move on to the diet, which is just as important for putting on weight. Diet plan: high calorie, high protein eating. To gain weight quickly, eating enough is absolutely critical. You need to consume more calories than you burn, a caloric surplus, every single day. For a 5 kg/month gain, you will likely need a large surplus. This section covers your calorie targets, macronutrient breakdown, meal plan suggestions, and food choices. Calorie intake goal: determine your maintenance calorie needs, the amount you eat to maintain current weight, often estimated via a total daily energy expenditure calculator. Then add 20% or more calories to that number. In practical terms, this usually means eating 700-1,000 calories above maintenance per day to gain 1.5 kg per week. For example, if your maintenance is 2,500 kcal, aim for 3,000-3,500 kcal daily. This aggressive surplus is higher than the typical recommendation for slow, gradual weight gain, usually plus 300 to 500 kcal/day for a lean bulk, but a larger surplus is warranted for the ambitious short-term goal of 5 kilograms in 4 weeks. Be aware, at such a high calorie intake, some fat gain is likely unavoidable, but that's okay. You can focus on muscle while accepting a bit of fat. Monitor your weight changes each week. If after 2 weeks you are not on track, you may need to eat even more. Conversely, if weight is shooting up very fast and you notice a lot of fat, you could dial the calories back a touch. Macronutrient breakdown: all calories are not equal. The macros, protein, carbs, fats, determine how those calories fuel muscle versus fat gain. Here's how to allocate your intake. Protein: 25 to 35% of calories. Protein is the building block for muscle. Aim for a high protein intake to support muscle repair and growth. About 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kg body weight is often recommended for muscle gain, roughly 0.8-1 g per lb. In a high-calorie diet, this usually comes out to around 25 to 30% of total calories from protein. The genetic nutrition plan suggests even up to 30 to 35% of calories from protein for aggressive muscle gain. For example, a 90 kilograms individual might consume 270-300 g of protein per day. Practically, try to get at least 30 to 40 g protein in each meal. Good protein sources include lean meats, chicken, turkey, lean beef, fish, eggs, dairy, milk, Greek yogurt, cheese, and plant proteins, tofu, beans, lentils, as well as protein shakes. This constant supply of amino acids ensures your body can build new muscle tissue. Do note that extremely high protein, beyond what's needed, can be very filling and might reduce your appetite for the carbs and fats you also need, so balance is key. Carbohydrates: 40-55% of calories. Carbs are the primary fuel for your workouts, and they spare protein for muscle building. In a bulking diet, carbohydrates will make up the bulk of your calories after you set your protein and fat targets. For many, this ends up around 45 to 55% of calories from carbs, which can easily be 300-500 plus grams of carbs per day on a high-calorie plan. Emphasize complex carbs and starches: oats, rice, pasta, whole grain breads, quinoa, potatoes/yams, etc., as well as fruits. These provide energy and nutrients. It's often helpful to time a good portion of your carbs around workouts, e.g. have a carb-rich meal or snack in the hour or two before and after training. Pre-workout carbs, like a banana or bowl of oatmeal, will give you energy to train harder, and post-workout carbs, paired with protein, help replenish glycogen and stimulate insulin, which aids muscle recovery. Don't skimp on carbs. With a high training volume, your body will use them to power your workouts and to add size. Fats: 20-30% of calories. Dietary fat is calorie-dense, 9 kilocalories per gram, and helps boost your total calorie intake. Include healthy fats such as nuts and nut butters, seeds, avocados, olive or coconut oil, and fatty fish. These foods not only add calories, but also provide essential fatty acids for hormone production, important when gaining muscle. For example, adding a couple tablespoons of peanut butter almost equals 200 kcal, or a drizzle of olive oil to your meal is an easy way to increase calories. In this plan, make sure at least 20% of your calories come from fat. For a 3,200 kilocalories diet, that would be 70 plus grams fat per day. The remainder of calories after protein can be split between carbs and fats based on preference. Some people go higher carb, others slightly higher fat. Both can work as long as total calories and protein are sufficient. Just prioritize unsaturated fats from nuts, olive oil, fish, etc., and minimize trans fats. In summary, one effective macro distribution for bulking is roughly 50% carbs, 30% protein, 20% fat, but you can adjust within reasonable ranges, e.g. 50C divided by 25P divided by 25F or 45C divided by 30P divided by 25F. The key is plenty of protein and ample carbs, with enough fat for health and additional calories. Food choices. What to eat. Emphasize nutrient-dense, high-calorie foods to achieve the surplus without feeling excessively bloated. Prioritize foods rich in protein and complex carbs, and add healthy fats for extra calories. Here are some top choices. Proteins: lean chicken breast, turkey, lean beef, eggs and egg whites, fish, salmon, tuna. Also high in healthy fats: dairy products, whole milk, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and protein powders/shakes. These provide the amino acids needed for muscle repair. For example, 100g chicken has 31g protein, an egg 6g, a scoop of whey 24g. Aim to include a high-protein food in every meal. Carbohydrates. Complex carbs and starches should be staples. Oats, rice, brown or white rice. Don't be afraid of white rice if it helps you eat more. Pasta, bread, whole grain, or even white if extra fiber is too filling. Potatoes and sweet potatoes, quinoa, beans and lentils, double as protein, and fruits. Starchy vegetables like potatoes, corn, peas are more calorie-dense than watery veggies, so include them generously. Also incorporate fruits. Bananas, mangoes, dates, and other tropical fruits are higher in calories. Dried fruits, raisins, dried apricots, etc., are especially handy since they pack a lot of calories in a small volume, useful if you have a small appetite. For instance, 1 banana 100 kcal, a cup of dried mango 160 kcal. Whole grains and fruits also provide fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Fats, as mentioned, nuts, almonds, peanuts, walnuts, cashews, and nut butters are your friends. A handful of nuts or spoonful of peanut butter is calorie-dense and nutritious, protein plus healthy fat. Healthy oils like olive oil, avocado oil can be added to salads or when cooking to raise calories easily. Avocado is a great high-calorie fruit, full of monounsaturated fat. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel provide omega-3 fats which are beneficial for muscle recovery and overall health. Even using whole milk instead of skim or adding cheese to dishes will increase fat and calories healthily. Calorie-dense snacks. Incorporate snacks between meals to increase total intake. Good options: trail mix, nuts plus dried fruit, protein bars, full-fat yogurt with granola, smoothies, cheese and whole grain crackers, hummus with pita, etc. A homemade mass gainer shake can be very effective. For example, blend 2 cups whole milk, 1 banana, 2 tablespoons peanut butter, 1 scoop whey protein, and maybe some oats or honey. This can easily be 700 plus calories of quality nutrition. Drinking calories as shakes can be easier than chewing additional food when you're very full. Vegetables. Don't neglect veggies. They provide fiber and micronutrients, but focus on the less filling ones. Cooked vegetables or blended into sauces are easier to consume in a bulking diet than large raw salads, which might fill your stomach without many calories. Include leafy greens for health, spinach, kale, etc., but you might have them in smaller portions after you've eaten your calorie-dense foods so they don't curb your appetite too early. Essentially, eat your protein and starch first, and veggies last in a meal. Foods to avoid or limit. To maximize muscle gain and overall health, avoid empty-calorie foods that are high in sugar or unhealthy fats but low in nutrients. While it might be tempting to scarf down ice cream and chips to hit a high-calorie target, that approach can backfire by leading to excessive fat gain or poor health. Some guidelines. Limit sugary drinks and junk food. Do not rely on chocolate, cakes, or sugary drinks to gain weight. These foods add calories, but few nutrients. Regular consumption of a lot of refined sugar and deep-fried foods can lead to health issues, like insulin resistance or elevated cholesterol. It's fine to treat yourself occasionally, but these shouldn't make up a large part of your surplus. Instead, satisfy sweet cravings with things like fruit smoothies or a yogurt parfait with honey. You get calories plus nutrients. Avoid filling up on low-calorie items. Be cautious with things like huge salads or broth soups that fill your stomach without much energy. Also, don't drink large amounts of water or coffee/tea right before meals such that you feel full. Stay hydrated throughout the day, but if you chug a liter of water and then try to eat, you might struggle to get enough food in. Similarly, drinking diet soda or other zero-cal drinks can blunt your appetite. During this month, you might skip those or only have them after you've met your calorie goals. Highly processed and fried foods. While you do want calorie-dense foods, try to get them from nutritious sources rather than ultra-processed snacks. For example, a homemade smoothie with fruit and milk is preferable to a soda and a donut for adding calories, even if both have similar calorie counts. Processed foods high in trans fats or excessive sugar can cause inflammation and don't support muscle building. An article by Healthify Me specifically advises that even if you eat high-calorie foods like nuts or milk to gain weight, you should not eat processed foods and fried snacks as your main strategy. Those provide calories, but at the expense of proper nutrition and body composition. Daily meal plan example. Below is a sample day, 3,500 kcal, to illustrate how you might structure your eating. Adjust portion sizes or add an extra snack to meet your specific calorie needs. Breakfast, 8 a.m., 600 to 700 kilocalories, high protein. 3 whole eggs scrambled plus 3 egg whites, cooked in a bit of olive oil, 25 g protein. 1 cup oats cooked in 1 cup whole milk, mixed with 2 tablespoons peanut butter and a banana, high in complex carbs and healthy fat. 1 glass of orange juice or another fruit juice, extra calories and vitamins. Snack, 11 a.m., 500 kilocalories. Protein shake, 1 to 2 scoops whey protein with milk, 30-40 g protein. A handful of almonds or a granola bar, healthy fats and carbs 4-50 kcal. Lunch, 1:30 p.m., 800 kilocalories. Grilled chicken breast, 200 g, 60 g protein. 2 cups cooked rice or quinoa, major carb source. 1 cup steamed broccoli and carrots, with a pat of butter melted on veggies for extra calories. 1 avocado on the side or sliced into a salad, adds 240 kcal from healthy fats. Drizzle olive oil on the rice/veggies for flavor and calories. Pre-workout snack, for 30 p.m., 300 kilocalories. 1 large banana and a cup of Greek yogurt, or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on whole wheat bread. This gives quick carbs and a bit of protein to fuel your training. Post-workout, 6:30 p.m., 300 kilocalories. Recovery shake, 1 scoop whey protein in water or milk, 25 g protein. You can blend in a banana or some honey for carbs. If your next meal is soon, you can keep this shake light to save appetite for dinner. Dinner, 7:30 p.m., 800 to 900 kilocalories. Salmon fillet or steak, 200 g, 40 g protein plus healthy omega-3 fats. Large baked potato or sweet potato with butter and cheese, carbs plus fat. Add cheese for extra 100 kcal. Mixed green salad with olive oil vinaigrette adds calories from oil. Have this after eating the potato and salmon. 1 cup of rice or a dinner roll on the side if still need more carbs. Evening snack, 10 p.m., 400 kilocalories. 1 cup full-fat Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, 20 g protein, slow-digesting casein good for overnight muscle repair. Add half a cup berries or a spoon of jam for taste, plus a small handful of walnuts crushed in, adds healthy fat calories. Alternatively, a casein protein shake or a glass of milk with 2 tablespoons almond butter stirred in can work before bed. This sample menu provides roughly 3,500 plus kcal, 250 plus g protein, plenty of carbs, and healthy fats. It uses whole foods and a couple of shakes. Feel free to swap equivalent foods you prefer, e.g., if you're vegetarian, use tofu, legumes, and dairy for protein. If lactose intolerant, use lactose-free milk or soy milk, etc. The key is, eat every 3 hours or so, never skip meals, and make sure each eating opportunity counts toward your calorie/protein goals. Also, listen to your body. If you're uncomfortably full, you might incorporate more liquid calories, smoothies, milkshakes, which are easier to consume. If you're feeling hungry, great, eat a bit more. Some people find their appetite actually increases as they train hard and eat more. Take advantage of that to maybe exceed your goals. Supplement recommendations. While whole foods should provide the majority of your nutrition, certain supplements can conveniently help you meet your high calorie and protein needs or enhance your training performance. Here are some science-backed supplements and how to use them. Protein powder, such as whey, is a convenient way to boost your daily protein intake, especially post-workout. Other supplements like creatine monohydrate have proven benefits for increasing strength and muscle mass, aiding faster weight gain when combined with training. Whey protein powder, a fast-digesting complete protein derived from milk. Whey is excellent for hitting your protein target. It's very convenient to have after workouts or between meals. Consuming 30 to 50 g of whey protein post-workout is optimal for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. One shake can easily provide 120, 200 calories, and 25 to 40 g protein with minimal prep. If you struggle to eat enough whole food protein or just need extra protein without feeling too full, a whey shake is ideal. How to use. Mix 1 to 2 scoops with water or milk and drink within 30 to 60 minutes after training, or at breakfast or between meals as needed to reach your daily protein goal. Casein protein is another option, often taken at night since it digests slower, but you can also simply have Greek yogurt or cottage cheese at night for casein. Creatine monohydrate. Creatine is one of the most effective and well-researched supplements for muscle and strength gains. It increases your muscle's phosphocreatine stores, allowing you to perform more reps at a given weight and improving recovery between high-intensity efforts. Research shows that creatine supplementation can roughly double strength and lean mass gains compared to training without it. It's also very safe for healthy individuals. Creatine often causes the muscles to hold some extra water, usually an initial 1 to 2 kilograms water weight gain in the first week, which will help you look fuller and actually contributes to that scale increase. How to use. A common method is to take 5 grams per day, 1 teaspoon. Timing isn't crucial. You can take it with your post-workout shake or with a meal. Consistency is key. After about a week, your muscles will be saturated with creatine. No need to do a loading phase despite old recommendations. 5 g/day will saturate in 2-4 weeks. Since we only have 4 weeks, you could do 20 g/day in the first 5 days to load faster, but that's optional. Mass gainer shakes. If you find it really hard to eat enough solid food, a commercial mass gainer can help. These are basically protein carb powder blends that deliver a big calorie dose, often 500 plus kcal per serving. For example, one serving might have 50 g protein, 100 g carbs, and added vitamins. They can be pricey and some contain lots of sugar, so alternatively you can DIY your own gainer, as described in the diet section: milk, oats, fruit, nut butter, protein powder, all blended together. But if convenience is needed, a mass gainer supplement can be used as a between-meal snack or right after workouts to pack in more calories. How to use. Replace or add a shake per day. E.g., instead of just whey and water post-workout, mix your whey with milk, banana, oats, peanut butter, etc., or use a mass gainer product per its instructions, often 2 scoops in milk. Branch-chain amino acids, BCAAs, leucine, isoleucine, valine, are amino acids touted to reduce muscle breakdown and improve recovery. If you're hitting your protein targets through food and shakes, you likely get plenty of BCAAs already, especially leucine, which triggers muscle protein synthesis. BCAA supplements can be useful if you train fasted or go long periods without protein, as they provide a quick dose of aminos to the muscles. They may help reduce muscle soreness or catabolism during intense training. However, they are not strictly necessary if diet is on point. How to use. If you decide to use BCAAs, mix 5-10 g in water and sip during your workout, intra-workout, or between meals. Prioritize essentials like whey and creatine first, though. ZMA, zinc and magnesium aspartate. ZMA is a combo of zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6, often marketed to improve sleep quality and support anabolic hormone levels, like testosterone, during recovery. There is mixed evidence on its direct effects, but if you are deficient in zinc or magnesium, supplementing can indeed support muscle growth and sleep. The genetic nutrition plan mentions ZMA as a way to enhance testosterone synthesis and muscle growth overnight. How to use? Typically one dose, often something like 30 mg zinc for 150 mg magnesium, 10 mg B6, taken at night before bed. It might improve sleep depth for some, which in turn aids recovery. If your multivitamin already has zinc and magnesium, separate ZMA might not be needed. Multivitamins and others. Gaining weight rapidly means you'll be eating a lot, which usually helps cover micronutrients. However, to be safe, a daily multivitamin can act as nutritional insurance to fill any gaps, e.g. ensure you have enough B vitamins, zinc, magnesium, etc., which are important for energy and muscle function. Specifically, vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil, are worth considering. Vitamin D supports muscle function and hormone health, and many people are deficient if they don't get much sun. Omega-3s, like fish oil capsules, can help reduce inflammation and might improve muscle protein synthesis signaling. In fact, dietitians note that aside from protein, nutrients like omega-3 fats, vitamin D, and magnesium can contribute to muscle building as well. How to use? Take a standard multivitamin each morning with food. If deficient in D, take D3, dosage varies, 1,000 to 2,000 IU is common. Fish oil you can take 1, 2 g EPA/DHA per day. These support overall health during intense training. Caution: always follow dosage instructions on supplements. More is not always better. E.g., do not megadose on creatine or fat burners, etc. There's no need for fancy or hardcore supplements, like hormonal boosters. Many of those have little evidence or can have side effects. Stick to the proven basics: protein, creatine, maybe a multivitamin, and fish oil. And remember, supplements only supplement a solid diet and training regimen. You can't out-supplement poor eating or slack workouts. As one fitness expert puts it, you can build muscle without supplements, but the right ones can provide added advantages when combined with proper training and diet. Recovery and sleep. Training hard and eating big are the stimulus for growth, but muscle actually grows during rest, so recovery is the third pillar of this plan. In a 1-month aggressive program, you need to take recovery seriously to avoid burnout or injury. Here's how to optimize your recovery and come back stronger each session. Sleep at least 7 to 9 hours nightly. Quality sleep is absolutely crucial for muscle growth and overall recovery. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone and repairs muscle fibers damaged during training. Aim for a minimum of about 7 hours, with a target of 8 to 9 hours of sleep per night if you can. Numerous studies and experts emphasize that consistently getting 7 to 9 hours leads to better muscle recovery, hormonal balance, and even improved workout performance the next day. In fact, sleep is often called the most crucial factor while building muscle. It's when your body actually rebuilds. One fitness source succinctly says you must get 7 to 8 hours to build muscle quickly. So, establish a regular sleep schedule. Tips for better sleep. Keep your room dark and cool. Avoid screens right before bed. Maybe do some light reading or meditation to wind down, and consider taking magnesium or ZMA at night to relax. If you're training very hard, even an occasional 20 to 30-minute nap in the afternoon can help recharge you, though not mandatory. Rest days. As outlined in the workout plan, take at least 2 to 3 rest days per week, e.g. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday as full rest or light active recovery. These are days with no intense lifting. Your muscles need time to recover and grow. It can be tempting to squeeze in extra workouts, but resist the urge. More is not always better if it pushes you into overtraining. Signs you need rest include persistent muscle soreness, unusual fatigue, drop in performance, or poor sleep. If you experience these, incorporate an additional rest day or scale back slightly. Remember, muscles grow outside the gym when you're resting and refueling. Active recovery and mobility. On rest days or after workouts, engage in light activities that promote blood flow without straining your muscles. This could be a brisk walk, easy cycling, or some yoga. Such activities can help reduce muscle soreness by flushing out waste products and keep you limber. Additionally, Include stretching and mobility work in your routine. After each workout, or in the evening, do gentle stretching for the muscle groups worked. You can also use a foam roller or massage gun on tight areas to improve circulation. Techniques like foam rolling, cold water immersion, cold showers, or ice bath, Epsom salt baths, and massage can aid recovery by reducing muscle stiffness and inflammation. For example, a brief 10-minute stretch plus foam rolling session at night can enhance flexibility and help you feel less sore the next day. Nutrition for recovery. Proper nutrition, as detailed above, is part of recovery too. Ensure you are eating a good dose of protein and carbs after workouts to kickstart the repair process. Also, stay hydrated. Dehydration can impair performance and recovery. Aim for at least 3+ liters of water per day, more if you are a larger individual or sweat a lot. Electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, are also important if you're sweating heavily. You can include a sports drink or just salt your food to taste. Listen to your body. This phrase is worth repeating. If a particular muscle group is extremely sore and you're scheduled to train it, you might shuffle your days to give it another rest day. For example, if after Monday's upper workout your shoulders are very sore, and Thursday comes around with another shoulder exercise planned, consider swapping in a different muscle group or taking an extra rest and hitting shoulders on Friday instead. Pushing through slight soreness is okay, but pushing through pain or deep fatigue can lead to injury. Avoiding overtraining is critical. Excessive training with insufficient rest can actually hinder progress and raise injury risk. It's a fine balance. Work hard, but recover harder. Stress management. Aside from physical rest, pay attention to mental stress. High stress can elevate cortisol, a catabolic hormone, which may interfere with muscle gains. Try to keep a positive mindset, perhaps do relaxation techniques, deep breathing, etc. if you feel stressed. Enjoy the process. It can be satisfying to fuel your body and see strength improvements each week. A good mood and low external stress will help your body focus on building muscle. In short, make recovery a priority. Get your sleep, take your rest days, and care for your body with proper cool-downs and recovery techniques. As one plan said, cover the basic human need of sleep 7 to 9 hours every night and use recovery methods like stretching, foam rolling, and massage to promote adaptation. This will ensure you come into each workout fresh and able to perform your best, which in turn drives muscle growth. Neglecting recovery, on the other hand, can stall your progress or lead to injury, derailing your 4-week plan. Progress monitoring and adjustments. To know if you're on track to your goal, you'll want to measure your progress. This involves tracking your body weight, body measurements, and strength levels throughout the month. Monitoring progress not only keeps you accountable to the plan, but also allows you to make timely adjustments, like eating more if you're not gaining fast enough. Here's how to track gains. Body weight. Weigh yourself regularly to monitor your weight gain. Ideally, weigh in once a week under consistent conditions. For example, every Monday morning after using the bathroom, before eating or drinking. This gives a reliable baseline. Since we have a 4-week timeline, you should see a steady climb on the scale. If week 1 you gained 1 kg, and by week 2 total 2.5 kg up, you're on pace. If you've gained much less, that's a sign you need to increase calories further. Conversely, if you've gained drastically, e.g. 4 kilograms in 2 weeks, some of that is likely water/fat. You might slightly rein in the calories to ensure quality gains. Keep in mind daily weight can fluctuate, water, gut content, so focus on the trend. Taking the average of 3 weigh-ins per week can also smooth out fluctuations. By the end of week 4, you're aiming for about plus 5 kilograms from your start weight. Even if you don't hit the full 5 kilograms, any significant increase, with strength gains, is progress. Quality matters more than the absolute number. Body measurements. The scale alone doesn't tell the full story of muscle versus fat gained, so measure circumferences of key body parts once per week. Use a flexible tape measure and measure under the same conditions each time, e.g. relaxed, not flexing, at the widest point of the muscle. Good ones to track: upper arm, bicep, chest, waist, hips, thigh, and calf. If you're gaining muscle, you should see increases in your arm, chest, and thigh measurements over the month. Your waist might increase slightly from food volume or some fat gain, but if you keep it moderate, it's fine. Taking measurements gives a more nuanced view. For example, If you gained 5 kilograms but your waist went up only a little while your chest and arms grew a lot, that's mostly muscle. On the other hand, if your waist jumps significantly, it indicates more fat gain. Tracking your body composition changes this way is very useful. Some people also take progress photos, front, side, back, at the start and end. In 1 month, changes might be subtle, but you could notice a bit more muscle fullness. Strength gains. Workout log. Keep a workout journal to log exercises, weights, reps each session. This is one of the best indicators of progress. If your strength is increasing, you are very likely gaining muscle. Each week, compare your log. Are you lifting more weight or doing more reps than before? For example, if your squat was 80 kilograms times 8 reps at start, and now it's 100 kilograms times 8 reps by week 4, that's a huge strength jump and almost certainly comes with added muscle in your legs. Tracking strength also helps motivation. You can tangibly see yourself getting stronger. Even small improvements, 2.5 kilograms more on bench or 2 extra reps, each workout add up. If you notice any lifts stagnating for 2 weeks, that might indicate you need to eat more or allow more recovery for that muscle. A log also prevents you from accidentally taking it easy. You'll know exactly what you lifted last time and what goal to beat. Many coaches say the weight on the bar is the best progress indicator. So chase those numbers safely and with good form. Diet tracking. It's also wise to track your caloric intake and protein intake at least for the first week or 2 to ensure you are indeed in the surplus you think you are. You can use a calorie tracking app or food diary. Often, people underestimate how much they eat. By logging everything you consume, you can guarantee you're hitting, say, 3,500 kilocalories and 200 plus G protein each day. If after a week your weight hasn't budged, check your logs. Maybe you only average 2,800 kilocalories. Then you know to increase portion sizes. After you get the hang of it, you can loosen the meticulous tracking, but during this focused month, it can really help keep you on target. This approach of logging foods and macros to ensure you're in calorie surplus is exactly what experienced coaches recommend for hard gainers. Think of food as fuel. You want to be sure you're pumping enough fuel in the tank to gain weight. Adjustments. Based on your tracking, adjust the plan weekly. If weight gain is slower than expected, e.g. less than 0.5 kilograms per week, add another 200 to 300 kilocalories daily, perhaps an extra snack or bigger portions. Some very fast metabolism individuals may need well over 1,000 kilocalories surplus to gain weight. Don't be afraid to eat more if you're not seeing movement upward. If weight gain is too fast, greater than 1.5 kilograms per week, and you notice excessive fat, you can slightly reduce calories or simply continue, but be mentally prepared to trim fat later. Since your goal is specifically 5 kilograms in 4 weeks, you might intentionally allow a bit of chubbiness. Just remember that a portion of that rapid gain can be fat. There's a limit to how fast muscle fibers can accrete. Commonly, 0.25 to 0.5 kilograms, 0.5 to 1 pound, of muscle per week is a realistic upper limit for many trainers. Gains beyond that in short term are often water or fat. If strength is not increasing, check your recovery and diet. Maybe you need more rest or more carbs around your workout. Or possibly try a different rep scheme, e.g. drop reps to 5 and increase weight for a week to build strength, then go back to hypertrophy range. If you feel excessively sore or a nagging joint pain, consider reducing volume a bit or ensuring your exercise form is correct. You could substitute an exercise if one is causing pain, e.g. swap barbell squats for leg press if you have lower back issues. By tracking these metrics, you take the guesswork out of your bulk. One piece of advice: don't obsess over the day-to-day numbers, but rather look at the trend each week. Minor fluctuations or a bad workout happen. What matters is the overall progress curve. As long as the general trajectory is upward in weight and strength, and you're feeling stronger, you're doing it right. Lastly, remember to celebrate small wins. Did you add 2 centimeters to your biceps? Deadlifted 100 kilograms for the first time? Those are achievements on the way to your goal. Monitoring progress is not only about finding flaws, it's about acknowledging improvement and staying motivated to push through the tough workouts and big meals. Warnings, health considerations, and tips. Packing on 5 kilograms in a month is an intense goal, so it's important to be aware of potential risks and make considerations for your health. Here are some precautions and final tips to ensure you pursue this goal safely. Understand the challenge. Gaining 5 kilograms, especially mostly muscle, in 4 weeks is possible, but very challenging. It requires near-perfect adherence to training, diet, and recovery. Don't be discouraged if you find it tough. Most people don't eat/train this aggressively normally. It's essentially a short-term bulk blitz. You'll need to remain consistent and disciplined throughout. Missing workouts or meals will make it unlikely to hit the target. Keep your motivation high by reminding yourself it's just a month of grind. The results will be worth it. Genetic factors. Your genetics and body type do play a role. Some individuals, often called mesomorphs, gain muscle easily, while hard gainers, ectomorphs, may struggle to put on mass even when overeating. If you're naturally very lean with a fast metabolism, anticipate needing to eat even more than someone else. Don't compare yourself negatively to others. Focus on your own progress. As one source notes, some actors or bodybuilders may seem to gain weight overnight, but they could be using extreme methods or even anabolic aids. So stick with a healthy approach and understand your rate of gain might differ. Patience and consistency are key, and any progress for you is still progress. Avoid overtraining and injury. There's a fine line between training hard and overtraining. Pushing too hard without adequate rest can lead to overuse injuries, excessive fatigue, or illness, which would derail your goal entirely. Watch for signs like joint pain, inability to recover, or drastic drops in performance. If they appear, reduce intensity or take an extra rest day. Injuries are a risk if you suddenly lift very heavy without proper form. If you're new to squats, deadlifts, etc., consider getting a trainer or experienced lifter to check your form early on. Lifting belts or straps can be used on heaviest sets for safety, but shouldn't compensate for poor form. Warm up thoroughly before each session, 5 to 10 minutes of light cardio and dynamic stretches for the muscles you'll train. And always use a spotter or safety racks when doing heavy bench presses or squats near your max. This is non-negotiable for safety. Watch your health. Rapid weight gain can sometimes strain your body. You'll be consuming a lot of food. If you have any pre-existing digestive issues, introduce the increase gradually to let your system adjust. E.g., don't jump from 2,000 to 3,500 kcal overnight. Ramp it up over a few days. If you experience persistent indigestion, acid reflux, or other gastrointestinal discomfort, try breaking meals into even smaller, more frequent ones, and avoid lying down right after eating large meals. Make sure you're getting enough fiber and vegetables to keep your digestion regular, since high-calorie diets can sometimes be low in fiber if focused on dense foods. Aim 25-40 g fiber/day to prevent constipation. Also, maintain good hydration, which helps digestion and nutrient absorption. Medical conditions. If you have any underlying medical conditions, such as diabetes, thyroid issues, kidney or liver conditions, hypertension, etc., consult with a doctor or dietitian before undertaking this plan. A high-calorie, high-protein diet is safe for most healthy individuals. But for example, if you have diabetes, rapid changes in carb intake need monitoring. If you have kidney issues, very high protein might need to be moderated. If you are underweight due to an eating disorder or unknown health issue, get professional guidance. Unexplained weight loss could be a sign of underlying illness, and addressing that comes first. In short, this plan is designed for a healthy adult with no major medical concerns. If that's not you, tailor it with a professional's help. Fat gain and future cutting. As mentioned, an aggressive bulk will likely come with some fat gain. Don't panic about a bit of extra belly. It's a natural part of bulking. However, keep an eye that you're not gaining a disproportionate amount of fat. One way is to use the mirror test or how clothes fit. If you see a lot of fat accumulation, you might scale back calories slightly. If you do end up gaining more fat than you like, remember you can always do a gentle cut, fat loss phase, afterward to lean out. Many bodybuilders intentionally do bulk and cut cycles. Since this is a short bulk, any fat gain can be lost in a month or two of cutting thereafter if needed. For now, the priority is calories and muscle, so don't unnecessarily skimp on food out of fear of a little fat. It might compromise muscle gains. It's a temporary trade-off. Stay active, but not too much outside of the gym. Don't become completely sedentary even though you're on a surplus. Some daily activity like walking can improve appetite and nutrient partitioning. Plus, general movement keeps you healthy. Just avoid very strenuous additional activities that aren't accounted for in your calorie plan. The idea is to have a caloric surplus without being sedentary, which helps ensure you gain muscle, not just fat. For example, taking the stairs or doing some light cycling on off days is fine, but now is not the time to start training for a marathon on the side. Alcohol and dehydration. Limit alcohol consumption during this period. Alcohol can interfere with muscle protein synthesis and recovery, and it's extra empty calories that can lead to fat gain. The odd beer or glass of wine won't kill your gains, but heavy drinking definitely will impede your progress. Alcohol also dehydrates you and reduces sleep quality, both counterproductive for muscle gain. If you do drink, do so in moderation and drink extra water. Mental drive and consistency. It can be tough to force yourself to eat a lot daily or to hit the gym when you're sore. This is where your mental determination comes in. Set mini goals each week, e.g., eat 3,500 kilocalories every day this week, or squat 5 kilograms more by Friday. Perhaps find a training partner or someone who can hold you accountable. Remind yourself why you're doing this. After a couple of weeks, when you start seeing the scale up and your muscles looking fuller, it often becomes easier to stay motivated. Keep a positive mindset. If one day goes poorly, you miss a meal or have a bad workout, don't give up. Just get back on track the next day. One off day won't ruin your progress, but giving up will. End of month evaluation. At the end of the 4 weeks, assess your progress. Ideally, you've reached or come close to the plus 5 kilograms mark. Regardless, evaluate how you feel. Are you stronger? Do you look more muscular? Those are huge wins, even if the scale is a bit short of 5 kilograms. If you didn't quite hit 5 kilograms, you can choose to continue the bulk for another week or two, as long as you're managing fat gain, until you reach the desired weight. Then switch to maintenance or cutting as needed. Or, if you found that say 4 kilograms gain with mostly muscle was an optimal point, you might stop there. Everyone's body has a limit to how fast it can grow. You might have gained as much muscle as possible, and additional weight would be mostly fat. It's okay to adjust your ultimate target in the name of quality gains. Sustainable habits. Finally, while this was an intense short-term plan, do take some lessons for long-term health. For instance, eating nutrient-dense foods, regular strength training, and ample protein are great habits to continue even after this month, albeit at a less extreme level if you switch to maintenance. Fitness is a marathon, not a sprint. Use this experience to learn about your body, how many calories you need, which foods make you feel strong, how much training you can handle. These insights will help you in future fitness goals. In conclusion, approach this journey with enthusiasm and caution in balance. As an expert from Genetic Nutrition summarized, gaining 5 kilograms of muscle in a month requires consistent effort, discipline, and a focus on training, diet, and recovery. Keep that triad in harmony and monitor your body's feedback. With smart work and smart care, you'll maximize your chances of a successful 5 kilograms gain while staying healthy. Supporting references. The recommendations above are backed by fitness and nutrition expertise. For example, evidence shows training each muscle 2x/week is optimal for hypertrophy, and classic hypertrophy rep ranges and compound lifts drive muscle growth. High-calorie surplus, 700-1000 kcal above maintenance, is advised for rapid weight gain, with a focus on protein, 30% of calories, and nutrient-dense foods over junk calories. Supplements like whey and creatine are scientifically proven to aid muscle building. Ample sleep, 7 to 9 hours, is emphasized by experts for recovery. Tracking progress and adjusting intake is a commonly recommended strategy. By following these evidence-based guidelines, you're setting yourself up for a safe and effective bulking phase. Now it's time to execute the plan. Eat big, lift heavy, sleep well, and grow. Good luck and enjoy the gains.